wood, and this guy that was doing work at her house was going to cut those out for her with a saw of some sort. Anyway, he lost it. He took the poster board and trashed it. So she's got the big thing of wood, and anyway.
She does have a big thing of wood, doesn't she? Hey, everyone, and welcome to episode 80 of My Mom Sandy. We are your hosts. I am Josh Fasten, and the woman next to me once made a hot dog out of a carrot. This is My Mom Sandy.
Once, I just did it today.
I know that. I'm keeping it present and punctual.
Punctual? I don't know.
Isn't that the saying? Present and punctual?
No.
Weird.
I don't think so. Yes, hello everybody, and yes, I made carrot dogs today.
So we didn't do an episode last week, right? We did not.
No, we did not.
So I was busy cutting my finger off.
That's right. How was your finger, by the way?
So last Monday, I was getting... So from time to time... So I have a old school safety razor, which is known... It was like the old school shaving from like, I don't know, the 40s, 50s, whatever. And the top screws off and you put a double-edged razor blade, a fresh...
Sounds dangerous.
Double-edged razor blade. Doesn't sound safe.
Double-edged already sounds dangerous.
So, and then you screw it back on, and then you get the angle. If you hit the angle just right, you can shave with it. You can shave with the safety razor. And this is all they used to use back in like the 40s and 50s and shit. I feel like there's even old episodes of like I Love Lucy where like this is what Ricky is like shaving with. So anyway, because it's only one blade, these are known to reduce irritation because you use a fresh blade every shave. What they are also known to do is be very sharp.
Mangle people.
They're very fucking sharp. So on Monday night, I said, what is today? Today's Saturday. So we're recording this on a Saturday. But by the time it comes out...
It'll be Tuesday. So happy Labor Day. Hope everyone had a good one and was safe. So this was last Monday. Ditto.
So I thought, I'm going to get ready for bed. It was about 10:30. I'm going to do I'm going to take a nice hot shower. I'm going to get... What is that? What is that? Are you getting a phone call? Who's calling you?
It's not a phone call.
It's a text message? What is that? That's a nice sound.
Thank you.
Who is it?
It's just a notification from a TV channel or a news thing.
So I decided I was going to take a hot shower. I was going to get out of I was going to lather my head up with this nice shaving cream. And so before I was going to do this head shave with my safety razor. So I take it out, and I'm very careful with it, and because they're individually wrapped, and I carefully take the wrapper off of the razor blade, and I put it inside the safety razor, and I carefully screw the head on. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if I transferred it from my right hand to my left hand. I forget if it slipped and I tried to grab it. Something happened, and all of a sudden I just felt... And I dropped it. And I realized that in that whole process, it had sliced the tip of my middle finger clean off. Gone.
Not gone.
I'm just kidding. I had a good chunk, a flap of skin.
A good flap of skin.
I like to call him Flappy at this point.
And who did you call?
Well, to be honest, I called two people before you, and neither one of them answered the phone. So then I called you, and I was just like, hey, so this just happened.
You know your mother's up at 11 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. Where the hell are your friends?
So they were both sleeping. So, I mean, God forbid I would have actually cut off the tip of my finger.
I know.
So I say...
Or that you really need somebody and nobody's there.
Yeah. So I said to you, I said...
I say you took everything off the... Nothing.
Anyway, so I said, I don't know... I said, it's bad. I mean, it was a lot of blood. And I was concerned because I was just like, fuck, I don't know if I can get this to stop bleeding. I sent you a photo and you were like, yeah, we should probably do like an emergency room.
I couldn't really tell from the photo. I just saw that there was a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
And I felt like if there's really a question about it, then you should probably go because you work with your hands.
So we went, did the whole emergency room thing. That actually was not as bad.
No, it wasn't bad, actually. We were there like, an hour and a half, maybe?
But, I mean, I also think that had it been, had you been going for like a broken bone or something like that, I could see where you would have been there all night. Although one of the doctors did say it's actually surprisingly not as busy as it typically is on a Monday. So,
yeah, we lucked out. I know, and I sat in my car the whole time.
You play some gambling, some casino slots?
Yeah, some slots on my phone.
Do you ever call them casino sluts?
No, not usually.
Got it.
And I usually call sluts.
Slutties. So that was my Monday, and then we didn't do a podcast because I was
he was injured.
So I didn't get stitches. They actually they used the medical adhesive glue, and they glued the flap down. And then he was like, maybe the flap of skin can act as like a skin aid, like a Band-Aid made out of skin.
Yeah. To
kind of help it heal or whatever. So
have you looked at it since?
It's like green a little bit underneath. Yeah, I mean,
have you paid?
I've changed
the
Band-Aid. The piece of glue actually came off last night. It doesn't hurt per se.
But is the skin still together?
It is. I feel like you could probably give it one clean fucking
one big pull and
yeah. So I don't know. Now it's just like Band-Aid with Neosporin. I'm kind of hoping that it looks like it's healing, so I'm kind of hoping that it just kind of continues on that path. I don't know what happens underneath that skin. You know, like I don't know if that skin comes off or if that becomes a part of me again. So I don't know.
Well, if it unflaps, then you're probably going to have to go see somebody and have them flap it back together again. No?
Well, I mean,
if it unflaps, you're just going to have like this piece of skin hanging. I mean, you can't.
Well, right. So I look at it one of two ways: either the skin heals with the flap, or the flap has to come off, and then the skin underneath is kind of healing.
Oh, that's gross.
It's like part skin, part bone.
No, that's gross. They won't cut it off.
What are they going to do with it?
Well, was that that an option when you were there?
Well, no, but the doctor even said, he goes, I don't think that this is going to be like a big ordeal. He's like, I'm hoping that the skin adheres and heals. He's like, but if it doesn't, it doesn't.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. You just have like this
divot
piece of skin hanging off your finger for the rest of your life.
A little tiny divot.
I need to get this piece of skin amputated, please.
This is my middle finger nubbing.
Surgically removed. Just numb it up and take it off.
So the other thing that happened was I had to call, and I was telling you this earlier, I had to call Spectrum yesterday. I tell you, and we've talked about this, but the internet companies and the cable companies and the whatever, they're all such a fucking crock. You know, like it's such a
get out.
Yeah, it is. It's such a racket. Like,
what did they do?
So when I moved into my apartment, it's been a year. It's been a year now.
Oh, now you're introductory, right?
Right. So they give you a bundle, an introductory bundle, and usually it's like so whatever. So I was paying like $64.99 for internet and home phone. Although I don't have a home phone. And I was just like, well, why can't I just get internet? They're like, well, if you just want internet, it's going to be like $85.
I know.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I just want what I want. You know? Like, this is.
And I want it now.
Daddy?
Wasn't that from
Daddy, I want that.
Charlie of the Chocolate Factory?
Daddy, I want the geese that lays the golden egg and I want it now.
Right now, Daddy. Give it to me now. If you don't give it to me now, I'm going to have a temper tantrum.
So, and then they always tell you, they say, well, after a year, this rate expires. And I think that they just assume that like you're just going to be okay with like what it's going to be.
Well, first of all, you have to look at your bill. Do you ever look at your bill on the internet, or you just go as an automatic?
No, I get a thing and it says pay the bill, and I click on it, and then it shows the bill and it shows the price. For me, I don't care what the fucking bill says. I just want to see. I knew that it was coming up.
Well, what I'm telling you is that on a paper bill, which some of us old-fashioned people still get.
We call you guys old folks.
Even though they want me to go paperless, I have a system for paying my bills.
Yeah, it's right there, right? Your notepad.
No,
notes.
It's not my notepad. I have everything arranged when a bill comes in, I write down when it's due and I write down 2 days before it's due on the envelope, and then I put the envelope in numerical order.
You're so weird. I remember one time
it's easier for me to do it that way because here's the thing: is I don't just pay my bills, but I also pay my mother's bills.
I remember one time going to buy a new iPhone, and I go to the Apple store, and I'm like all pumped, and I'm like, all right, so we're gonna get this new iPhone, and he's like, yeah, great. He rings it up, and he's like, okay, we just need your AT&T account or whatever. Pulls that up, and you hadn't like paid the bill yet, so I couldn't buy the phone. And I had to like call you, and I'm like, "Hey, can you pay the bill?" You're like, "Well, I usually wait till like the day, right, the day before it's due." I usually
pay the day of. It's due on the 19th of the month. I pay it on the day of because I charge it to my American Express card. The only reason I do that is because it's a Delta American Express card, and then I can get miles for.
Where are you going?
Probably nowhere.
planning a trip somewhere?
I'm thinking actually that I might just. I just paid my membership, and I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I want to get rid of American Express. I hear things about them I don't like.
I have a American Express cashback card. I like it. I actually just got an email from them. They want me to do a platinum card. The problem with the platinum card though is that the annual fee is like $650.
Yeah, why the fuck did you do that? I mean, I just had to pay $99 for mine.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I only used my American Express card to pay my membership fee and to pay my cell phone bill.
Well, the thing that gets me, I think if I was traveling a lot, and now I mean we're living in this like COVID world, but if I traveled a lot, I would probably get the platinum card because there's all these fucking perks. Like there's like
free bags.
Yeah, you get like free bags. You get like lounges at the airports. You get to they have like a list of hotels that you can pick from that you get like $200 credit like every time you book at that hotel. Like,
but it costs you $1,000 to stay there.
I mean, whatever. I mean, if you travel all the time, right?
Yeah.
If you're traveling a lot, it makes sense because
yeah, but life's changed.
Life has changed. Life
well,
is
you
different
never
now.
traveled that much anyway, but
No. So anyway, so back to Spectrum. So
what I was going to tell you is that they notify you on your paper bill like a month before you expire. There'll be something. I mean, it's not really noticeable. I mean, you have to look on the bill to find it, and it'll be like, oh, your rate is expiring on your next bill. You won't see it.
Yeah.
Well,
so
what I'm saying is, if you actually looked at your bill, they do give you some notice.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I knew.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that it was coming. So anyway, I call because so the price goes from $64.99 to $77.99, which is not a big jump. And I had that moment where I was like, maybe I just fucking eat the extra $13 and just be done with it, But I was like, no, I'm just going to call and just see, just going to see what happens, right? So I get a woman on the phone and, you had to jump through hoops, right? To get a person, right? So
with every fucking thing you call now, it's like, I don't know why they just don't give you the option when you first
press
call
zero
to
if you
push
want to talk to someone.
I have pressed 0 and it's sometimes.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it should
but
say.
you used to actually be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then the people got wise and thought, okay, everybody's pressing 0, so we're going to change it. They got to listen to
Zero
everything.
just starts the whole thing back
Yeah,
over.
it's like, fuck.
So
Seriously.
I get this woman on the phone, and she was nice. She was nice enough, and I tell her what's going on, and she goes, "Oh yeah, well that's the
Spectrum way.
That's you had the best rate. We don't have that rate anymore. So you're at 77." And I was like, "Well, what if I just wanted internet? She goes, "Well, if you just wanted internet, the internet plan is like 73." And I was like, okay, well, so that's saving $4.
Yeah.
I said, get rid of my fucking home phone. I don't need that. I don't even use it.
I don't even have a number.
And she goes, oh yeah, I guess you're right. It's like, oh, so I'm doing your job anyway. So she's like, all right, well, I can't do it, so I have to transfer you. And I was like, well, then what good are you? Why am I even talking to you?
Well, you must have pushed the wrong button when it was time.
I didn't even push it. It was just like
pick who you wanted to talk to.
It was like, do you want to talk to a representative? I was like, give me a representative. So then I talked to another woman. Now this woman, I guess, is in retention, and this is the secret that they don't want you to know. You
have to ask for the retention.
Yeah, you have to get the
department.
retention people, right? And usually by the time I get to retention, I'm like, yo, I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
yo, I'm pissed.
I'll get this off. So this woman, so I talked to a woman in retention. She's super nice. And I'm like, hey, so, I give her the whole thing and she goes, well, why do you want to cancel home phone? And I'm like, I don't know. It's supposed to save me save me $4 a month. And she goes, well, why don't you just go into a new bundle? And I was like, well, that's what I asked the gal I just talked to, but she said that there is no more bundles. She goes, I can find you a bundle. And I'm like, oh, wait, what is this?
I know.
Like, what do you have access to that these other people don't have access to? So then finally, so I get on the phone with her. I tell her the whole thing. She's like, well, do you want cable? And I tell her the whole thing with the cable, where I was like, well, I would have liked to have signed up for cable, but at this point, it's too late. I have my channels through an app, Sling, and it's like $30 a month. She goes, oh, that sounds like a good deal. And the thing that I like about Sling is that it's just month to month. You want to cancel, you cancel for a month, you're done. You can't do that with Spectrum. If you get roped in for a bundle, and you're like not that this is gonna happen, but like if I was gonna leave and go somewhere for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, oh, I know I'm not going to listen to or watch TV. You can cancel Sling save the $30 and then come home and be like, oh, here I got Sling back,
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, that's, for me, I kind of feel like saving the $30 isn't worth calling, canceling.
You don't got to call. You can do it. You don't got to call. You do it all from the website.
Set it up on the website as well.
It's fantastic. It's so easy. So anyway, she goes, "Oh, that sounds like a good deal." So now I was paying before. Again, I was paying $64.99. The price went up. You're gonna love this. The price went up to $77.
Right.
Okay. And then Alyssa in retention was like, well, "Let me see what I can do for you." She goes, "It sounds like you got a pretty good deal on your cable." I said, "I do. Thanks." She goes, "Well, let me see what I can do." She goes, "Okay. All right, I got something here." She goes, "I can double your internet speed." She goes, "So you're at the 100, 200. She goes, I can bump you up to 300 to 400 megabytes per second download. You'll keep home phone. I can do it for 62. And I was like, wait a minute. It's less than what I was paying before?
But I get better benefits.
And I get better internet? And I said, so what does that come out?
Alyssa, where have they been hiding you?
I said, so what is it, where does it come up with all the, like, where are we at with fees? And she goes, no, it's just $62.98.
Oh, no, there's going to be taxes.
I don't know. And I said, that's what's going to be on my bill? She goes, yeah, that's what's going to be on your bill. I said, okay, sign it up, do it. And then during the whole thing, I made her laugh a couple times. I think Alyssa had a little crush on your boy over here because she was just like,
you're so funny.
She goes, I tell you, you were great. She goes, you ever been to Michigan? And I said, yeah, I mean, I've been there. I used to play music. Oh, really? Really?
Wow.
She goes,
can I call you after hours?
And where are you at? I said, well, Southern California. She goes, oh, I would love to be at the Southern. Like, I think she was waiting for the invite. I was like, sorry, Alyssa, can't do that. You're just a Spectrum lady to me. So anyway, so she changed it. And then I said, well, what do I do about my bill? Because my bill shows I'm supposed to be paying $77. She goes, well, let me go ahead and hack into the system and see if I can backdate it.
She's got the sweets for you,
She
baby.
got the sweets. She said, I want a little bit of your gummy bear kids.
It's nice to know people in high places, right?
I want a little bit of that gummy bear juice,
Get out.
So then she backdated the thing to where now it's supposed to show on my bill. Although I got like an email with like the breakdown.
Yeah.
I do not understand anything. It's like
they do that on purpose.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to see. My concern though is that, and I almost asked her like, do you have like an extension? Which I don't think they do. But she does. She did tell me she works 4 10-hour days, so she has 3 days off in case
she wanted to travel out here to California.
I was like, absolutely not.
Could we do it during the winter months when it's snowing in Michigan?
Absolutely not. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I just think it's funny that you have to kind of jump through these hoops with these companies. Again, why can't it just be something where it's like, hey, I go on the Spectrum website. It's September. My billing, my year introductory offers is off. I sign in, and it's like, hey, here's the new moving forward. Here's your new bundles. Pick one.
Yeah, maybe I should call retention.
You should ask for Alyssa.
Can I speak with Alyssa?
I don't know.
I heard she gets good deals.
I don't know if it's an I or a Y. And then she was like, well, let me go ahead and put some notes in your account. And I heard.
Don't you love that?
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing there?
Don't you love that?
So that was
that was your Spectrum thing.
That was my Spectrum experience. So okay, so I wanted to talk about something, and we touched on it at the very, very beginning of the episode. You've been going down this like plant-based
rabbit hole. Yeah.
And what's funny is that I've been vegan or plant-based or however you want to call it for years now, and you've always kind of like pish-poshed my.
Well, I don't pish-posh it. First of all, I do eat other stuff. Like I'll eat, like I may have a salad, but I'll put when I go to the grocery store, I'll buy a piece of chicken.
Yeah,
and
like a Whopper on top of it.
I'll put the chicken in the salad. One day a week, what's his name and I eat like regular food. We've been eating a lot of fish lately, but
tilapia.
No,
whitetail.
I believe it's cod.
Swordfish.
Cod.
Cobb.
Cod.
Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb, like as in Cobb salad. So yeah, but I mean, I did it before. We did it like,
No, I know.
Like 6 or 7 years ago. We did it for a while, but
you did it right after you had the mild cardiac event.
Yeah, I don't know how mild it was, but well, I mean, it didn't kill me, but that
was from Frasier when Martin has the. He goes, you had a heart attack. He goes, it was a mild heart cardiac event.
Was that from
Frasier?
I know, but
from a show called
they
Frasier.
he scared him with the clown.
The clown, yeah. That's why I don't ever come over and scare you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good thing.
So, yeah, so you kind of went down this plant-based thing, and you were doing really good 6 or 8 years ago, whenever it was, and then you stopped, and now you're kind of back on it, and you're hitting it hard, but you're doing like very plant, like you're not fucking around with like, oh, I got a Beyond Patty to make burgers, like you're like, oh,
no,
here
I don't want that crap.
I'm doing like zucchini soup, like you making it yourself. You're doing like mac and cheese.
Yeah, like right now I got the zucchini and it's all cooked. It just needs to go in the blender with the.
And it's weird that you would be
cashews.
doing soup right now because it's like 80 degrees every single day.
I know. I've been doing soup since we started eating because
Do you do crackers in your soup?
No.
No, see, that's like I had a bowl of chicken, but CHICK''N.
It's fake shit. Who the fuck knows what it is? I don't. You know,
it says it on the back.
You know, did we talk about that here, or did you and I talk about is it Beyond Burger or?
Yeah, we talked about it on here. It's the Impossible Burger. The Beyond Burger is actually, granted, you don't want to eat them every day, but it's actually not bad. It's soy free. It's GMO free. It's.
Then what is it?
I mean, I can look it up for you if you want.
No, I want it in layman's terms, like if it's soy, because a lot of stuff that's plant-based is soy.
It's not soy.
Well, I know. So was Impossible Burger that's genetically modified crap?
Yeah, I mean the Impossible Burger is not. It tastes better. You've had one. I brought you one from that place, Monty's.
I didn't like it, to be honest.
I think it tastes better, but it's got worse stuff in it. I mean, look.
There's countries that haven't approved selling it there because of the shit that's in it.
Yeah, I
like Australia and I think New Zealand.
Yeah, but who wants to live in New Zealand?
But they're the last to do anything anyway. I saw a picture of Australia. It was like these. They look like these white dorm buildings lined up. And the title was Australians' COVID concentration camps. That like they have everybody. They actually go. They don't get to stay in a hotel like they do in New Zealand. They actually have camps where you have to go. You know what's going on in Australia, right? The people have been told to download an app and on their phones, and if they get a phone call or a text from the government, they have to within 15 minutes call back with their phone, which will biometrically read their face and a picture of where they are, so that they can make sure that they're in their home, and it's like GPS, and it's like. It's fucking crazy.
You got to do what you got to do. All right, so really quickly.
Seriously, that's what you're going to say about that?
So Beyond Meat, Beyond Burger, peas, you know peas,
yeah,
peas,
yeah,
mung beans,
okay,
faba beans.
I don't even know what those are, but I've heard of mung beans. Where have I heard that before?
Wasn't there a?
Oh, I think there's an episode of I think there's an episode of Mom where there's a vegan guy who tries to turn what's her name, Anna Faris, onto vegan food, and there's a mung bean pizza that they eat.
Sounds bad.
I know, it's gross, and they did a raw lasagna. How do you do a fucking raw lasagna?
I've had raw lasagna. They do it at a restaurant called Plant Food and Wine. It's like a cold lasagna. It's actually very good. So peas, mung beans, faba beans, and brown rice team up to give you equal or greater protein than animal-based meat.
And that's the Beyond Burger?
Mm-hmm. The fats that are in it, including cocoa butter, coconut oil, and expeller pressed canola oil. Carbohydrates, potato starch, and methyl cellulose, which is a plant fiber derivative. They give you that delicious bite. Literally, it's responsible for the texture. Healthy heaping of calcium, iron, salt, and potassium chloride. These minerals deliver the nutrients. And
you know what I'm hearing?
Beet juice and apple extract in our plant-based burgers give them the meat-like color. So, I mean, look, it's not
the extremely red color. You mean?
But like, it's not bad. you know. But yeah, the Impossible burgers are a little bit, you know, and then there's a whole bunch of now new ones that are coming out, and I don't know what's in them. But anyway, what I was saying
and everybody, like all the fast food places, like Kentucky Fried Chicken now has like fake chicken. I don't know if KFC does. I've heard. I heard that it's something new they just came out with, but it's like, okay, and you know, you took me. Where did you take me that one time? The
veggie grill.
The veggie grill, and you had that chicken. Wasn't it like
it was a buffalo chicken salad?
Yeah, buffalo chicken salad. No, buffalo chicken sandwich.
I think I had the salad.
No, you had a sandwich.
Did I have a salad?
I had a salad. You had a sandwich.
Maybe. Anyway, you had a bite
but
of it.
It tasted like chicken. That's what I said to you. I said, how do you fucking know this isn't real chicken? They're just telling you it's not.
Yeah. I mean, look,
or if it's not real chicken and it tastes like real chicken, what is it? I just made carrot hot dogs.
Hold on. See, you blew your load right there.
I'm sorry.
I was waiting for it.
But didn't you already say that?
I said in the beginning, but I was doing a slow ramp up back to it.
You need to give me you need a piece of paper that says slow down, Mom.
Slow. All right, so
slow it.
What I was saying before you busted your load all over the microphone over here was that.
Sorry, we're not so in sync anymore. You know, we don't live together.
Is that you don't do like when your plant-based journey is not the like, oh, I'm going to have the fake burger and the fake chicken and the fake eggs. Yours is like, hey, I'm going to make zucchini soup. I'm going to make mung bean soup, split pea soup, pea soup. That's kind of your thing.
Yep, I've made cauliflower, asparagus. I made split pea last week. Zucchini I've made several times. Tomato soup. A broccoli mushroom soup, which I thought that I didn't care for much. The zucchini soup that I'm making today, I've made several times.
I can't believe you don't do the crackers. Oh, that's what I was telling you. I had a chicken
well, they're not
soup.
Really crackers are like processed and they're not really vegan. It's not just about about
I like a good cracker in
the
my soup.
egg or that's in it. It's really about the processing. I mean, like my friend Maxine, she doesn't eat anything that's not bad for her. She didn't, you know.
Was she on the podcast? Or was Ellie on the podcast?
No, I think Maxine was on the podcast.
Yeah, I think it was Maxine. Okay, so you called me up the other night and you said to me, I'm making hot dogs. And I said, oh. And how? You said...
vegan hot dogs?
And you said, I'm making them out of carrots.
Making carrot dogs.
Carrot dogs. So, explain. First off, where the fuck did it come from? Right? Like, because you're on this kick where you're like, oh, I'm making fucking zucchini soup, cauliflower soup, split pea soup. You're on this kick.
And I found
mac and cheese. And you're doing a good mac and cheese.
Pretty good mac and cheese.
And that's cashews and nutritional yeast.
Yeah, it's almond milk, cashews, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, onion powder, Dijon mustard,
okay.
smoked paprika.
Great.
Well, there's something else in there.
So,
chili powder.
Chili powder.
That's what you said. I should add more of that.
A little bit more
stuff.
Chili powder.
Yeah.
Maybe some red pepper flakes.
Well, you could put those on at home. Do you have some red?
Oh, I do have some
pepper. I don't really like the pepper.
They're in my pantry.
To be honest.
Okay, so
you can spice it up all you want with what you're taking home with you.
So how did you come up with I'm going to make hot dogs from carrots?
Okay, so I spoke to my friend Maxine a week ago. We haven't talked to each other for at least a month. So we talked, and she's totally vegan. I mean, she's like vegan to the point where she didn't even fool with making the shit that I make. She just eats like,
She's like, I had four apples for dinner last night.
Like I had berries for breakfast. I was like, did you go out and pick them? I mean, it's like, okay. It's like I told her, I said, I've been making like fruit salads. I'll take my nectarines, my plums, a little bit of mango, some kiwi fruit, blueberries, bananas, orange. I put all this in there and it takes me like for fucking ever to make it. But it's like really good. And then I don't want to eat it all because then I have to do it again.
Yeah.
But it's like I was telling her, I said, it just takes so much work to do this kind of eating. And she goes, yeah, I don't even bother with it. I just buy berries, wash them and eat them. And I'm like,
Maxine weighs like 35 pounds.
well,
you know?
she probably weighs more than that, but maybe not much more. I don't know.
You know what I just got? My friend, actually Nikki, remember Nikki?
Yes.
Her dad, I cut her dad's hair. So he came in the other day and he's got some fruit trees, I guess, in his backyard. Brought me 2 like dragon fruits.
I've never had a dragon fruit.
They're in my fridge.
Do you know how to eat it?
Well, I asked him. I said, what do I do with this? Looks like it's going to attack me.
And what did he say?
He goes, oh, you cut it in half, scoop out and eat everything that's white. And I said, okay.
Are there seeds inside of it?
We're gonna find out later.
Yeah, there are certain fruits that I've never eaten, like star fruit. I've never eaten.
I've had dragon fruit in like smoothies, and shit. You know,
not real dragon fruit. It's
yeah.
probably frozen dragon fruit.
No, it's like fucking. They open it up and fucking scoop out the
shit.
Oh,
really?
Fucking thing.
All right.
Fuck you.
So anyway, so I was talking to Maxine, and we were talking about.
Yeah, this is like what it looks like. Yeah, I mean,
we're talking about recipes.
You just eat all this stuff. You cut it open. You just eat the white shit.
What's all the black shit in there?
It's chocolate chips. It's cacao nibs.
That's weird that he has that in his backyard.
I know. I'm like, what kind of weird backyard do you have?
Well, couldn't he like grow like mangoes?
God, this is
mangoes,
like,
or
he just got these.
Wow.
Chilling in his backyard.
Wow, and those are all fruit. And look at how pretty they are.
Look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. You have people come over to the house, you serve them that. They're like, what the fuck is this?
I know, but it looks like it has like little black seeds in it.
Yeah, I think there are little seeds, but they're edible. You can eat those.
Yeah. You know what's really good that
Do you think I should cut it? You think I should cut it lengthwise?
Let me see.
Because see, like this, like for example, this photo.
Too bad we don't have
this photo. It looks like they've cut it horizontal.
Yeah.
You know, and so then and I'm like, okay.
Well, but if you're gonna cut it horizontal, you're gonna have to cut the the horns off the top as well.
But then, like this photo, this is vertical.
Yeah, lengthwise.
So I'm thinking, well, if you cut it vertical, then you got like 2 like bowls of dragon fruit, you know.
Well, either way, you're gonna have. Well, no, because you will have to cut off the top part at some point. The green top.
Yeah,
the horns of the fruit.
All right, so Maxine only eats berries.
Well, she eats more than berries, but it's like she does, it's like she doesn't eat anything that's processed. She was telling me, she said, when I was having all these issues with this pain, she said
her cholesterol is like -4.
I don't know what her cholesterol is. I'm sure it's low, but she was telling me she was that her kids and her grandkids came and they ordered pizza, and so she took the cheese off the pizza and just ate the pizza crust with, I guess, some sauce on it. And she's like, so the next day my joints and my hands are swollen and sore because she's not used to eating processed foods at all. She does not used to eating any salt. She eats nothing.
Question though, and maybe you already have the answer to this, but on her day to day, her normal day, right?
Where's my phone?
It's gone.
Oh, there it is.
What does she eat? She gets up in the morning. Okay, fine. She has some fucking berries. What is she doing for lunch? What is she having for dinner?
I don't know. Salad. She eats salads, but I don't know that she makes a salad. She doesn't buy a salad dressing. She used to make them, but again,
now she's like, why do I need dressing?
It's a fucking hassle. Exactly. It's like a fucking hassle to make it. Well, on top of that, you got to make enough to last you for 3 or 4 days, but you can't make enough to last you a week or a month because there's no preservatives in it. It's all fresh and natural. So that's the thing, is that this kind of cooking takes a lot of trips to the grocery store and a lot of preparation time, a lot of time to
So if she's in a rush, you just I'm gonna have an apple for dinner. I would be like,
I know she eats a lot of sweet potatoes. She turned me onto those. I don't know what they are.
I saw a great recipe for a pumpkin, like a soy sauce pumpkin thing.
A soy sauce. See, I don't like soy. She does. I think she likes.
Then
soy.
put teriyaki sauce on it. You could do something different. You don't have to have soy sauce on it. You could do any sort of
Oh no, I like soy sauce. I just don't like soy.
Well, that's what I said. I said soy sauce, and you said I don't like soy.
So wait, a recipe for pumpkin with soy sauce?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
It looked delicious.
I'll tell you, I made a gazpacho. It was pineapple, cucumber, cilantro, and a bunch of other things. It was horrible. I ended up throwing it away.
I had a friend that used to do
so bad. Oh my God.
a ceviche, and it was like a cauliflower ceviche, and it was actually really good. It was like, but it had like a little kick to it. I don't think you would like it, but there's a lot of like ceviche recipes, vegan ceviche recipes, which are really good. You eat them with like a tortilla chip. Can you have tortilla chips, or you make your own?
Yeah, no, I buy tortilla chips.
Got it. All right, so carrot hot dogs.
Yeah, so Maxine said,
"Oh, I had the best hot dog the other day." She said,
No,
Maxine, what did you make it
no,
out of?
she told me
fucking carrots.
She told me she has another friend who's, who eats all plant-based, and that this gal has made her these hot dogs before. She goes, check out the internet. There's tons of recipes. And so I did, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and try it because what the hell? But I mean, when you think about eating like a carrot in between a hot dog bun, it's like kind of weird.
Yeah, you called me the other day. You were telling me about it. I was like, no. 'Cause I told you I made a sandwich one time.
Oh yeah.
With like, I had like those like carrots that look like waffle cut fries.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe that can be my meat, And I put them down on bread with like some like lettuce, tomato, red onion, pickles, mustard.
Weren't they a little crunchy?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I was just like, wow, because it's it was a sandwich with carrots in it,
Well, that's in essence what we did too. So anyway, I went on the internet. I looked at a few different recipes.
Wait, though, at first when she was like, "Oh, hey, hot dogs out of carrots," were you kind of like, "Oh no, Maxine," or were you like, "Oh yeah, I'm on board for this"?
I thought, man, if it tastes good, I'll eat one every day. I won't care. See, that's the thing is, I feel like because I don't eat a lot of beans. I'm not like I don't like Maxine eats hummus.
Yeah, hummus is great.
She loves hummus. She says the hummus at Trader Joe's, the eggplant hummus, has no oil in it, which I guess is good for the
I don't
way
love
she eats.
eggplants. They're okay, but I don't know if I would do like an eggplant hummus.
She says it's really garlicky.
Ooh, yeah, that's not gonna work.
So anyway, I'm not I don't like the hummus spices, the normal Middle Eastern spices. I'm not crazy about. So I know she eats hummus, but she eats like those, like at Trader Joe's, they have that, I don't know, it's like stone fucking weird tortilla bread with nothing in it. I don't know.
Stone ground fucking tortilla
I don't know.
bread?
I don't know. I don't know what
like
it is.
Naan?
No.
Pita bread?
No.
Stone ground fucking tortilla bread with no preservatives.
There's another.
It's like Trader Joe's. Stone ground fucking
they're like
tortilla
this
bread.
big. They kind of look like tortillas.
Okay.
Like maybe like brownish tortillas. And they're made by, I can't remember the name of the company. I bought them once and I was like, yeah, I don't like these. And so I gave them to Ed and I'm sure he probably threw them away. My friend. Anyway.
You get to episode 80, it just all goes out the
everything goes out the window. Anyway,
that's how casual. That's how. I mean, look, secret behind the scenes. That's how casual this is. We're just talking. We're just shooting the shit.
That's right.
All right. So
I made the hot dogs. So last night, basically what you do is you take the carrot and you peel it down and you make it look like a hot dog shape, and then you like boil it in water until it's like fork tender. And the ones that I made, I don't know how yours was, but mine could have been more tender to be more of a
continue,
hot
and we'll
dog
get into
tender.
that.
Okay, and so then you marinate them. The longer, the better. Although I don't think the marinade like infiltrated the insides of the carrot. I mean,
what are you marinating it in?
Marinating it in soy sauce, water, onion powder, sesame seed oil. What else? Garlic powder, ginger.
So you make a whole little concoction.
Yeah, it's
You
a whole
soak
bunch
the
of
carrots
it's a whole bunch.
overnight.
Yeah,
Okay.
you mix it all together and then you soak the carrots overnight.
And then you pan fry them.
You can put them on the barbecue, but if you pan fry them, yeah, I know that would be weird. People can't see your face, Josh.
It doesn't matter.
You gotta be
can
more
see it.
expressive. But if you but they say that when you're cooking them, you should put the marinade over them, so it kind of creates like this crusty kind of outside to them, which it does if you pan fry them. But I can't see. I mean, if you're doing that on a barbecue, then unless you put them on aluminum foil,
Uh-huh.
then that juice is just going to go right down into the barbecue fire.
Yeah.
The marinade juice.
Yeah. I think that it was so to be completely transparent, you said, hey, come over today. And I said,
Well, to be completely transparent, you said, when are we doing the podcast?
Yes.
I kind of would like you to do these hot dog carrots before we do the podcast.
I was like, we should talk. This is a great episode.
That's right.
Finger dogs and carrot dogs.
That's right. Finger slices and carrot dogs.
So I come over, you got these things cooking. It didn't smell bad, although I think what I was smelling was probably all, like the marinade cooking, So you finish, we throw them in some buns and do it up with some mustard ketchup and some relish. So to me,
yes.
I wasn't mad at it, but it was not a hot dog, right? Like,
was it the texture or was it the taste? Because I don't think you could really taste.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest,
it didn't taste like a carrot.
Well, no, but I mean, I put so much mustard and ketchup and relish on mine.
Yeah.
That I was like that. I mean, I was tasting.
That was your taste.
That was my taste.
That's why I'm asking. Was it the texture? Because mine was not. Mine could have been cooked a little bit
There was
longer.
parts of mine that they weren't crunchy like it was a carrot like you just bought at the store, but
Right.
like they were a little. It was definitely more firm than a hot dog.
And I was like, what kind of meat is this?
Yeah, like a hot dog is just like mush meat.
I know.
I
know. I got to cook them a little bit more.
But I don't know. It's weird because I think that starts kind of getting into one of those things like, I'm trying to think, would I eat it again? And I feel like maybe if you were making like a big carrot dog feast or something, maybe I'd have one. But I don't know if it would be something that I would prepare just because it doesn't really check the box for me as a hot dog,
No, it's not a hot dog. Matter of fact, the more we talk about a hot dog, the more I really want a hot dog. Which, by the way, takes 30 minutes off your life. Did you know that?
I saw that, yeah. I'm going to see you at the fucking Wiener Schnitzel drive-thru tonight. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing?
I might have to go.
Those smart dogs are not bad. Those are like vegan dogs. I mean,
what's a fucking smart dog? What's that made out of? Vegan rat tails? We feed our rats only grains and vegetables.
No, it's vegan. There's no rats in it.
Well, they always say that rat tails and shit are in hot dogs.
I like that I googled smart dog and it started bringing up like the smartest dog breeds. Like no, that's not what I'm
Poodles,
looking for.
right?
Oh, Light Life. Water, soy, protein isolate as soybean oil, tapioca starch, methylcellulose, brown sugar,
I tell you,
salt, natural flavors, natural smoke flavor, xanthan gum, yeast extract, smoked sugar, guar gum. I love me a good slice of guar gum.
Guar gum.
Red
Yum,
rice
yum.
flour, olorosin, paprika, canola oil, wheat, gluten. Not horrible. Not great.
There's a lot of shit in there.
The soy protein isolate and probably not great for you.
Yeah,
You can get jumbo ones too.
I had to buy. I had to buy toasted sesame seed oil. It's like I spent like, I'm gonna say an hour to an hour and a half on the internet investigating fucking sesame seed oil because what's his name had some, but it said it wasn't called sesame seed oil. It was called sesame oil. And when I looked the product up on the internet, it was Misamo Gusto. It's a product that's made. It's a brand name product made in Mexico, and I looked it up on the internet, and I was looking at the bottle and the ingredients listed on the sunflower on the sesame seed oil were safflower oil. That was the only ingredient, and I'm like, wait. Okay, wait. Is it sesame oil or is it safflower oil? Because they're two different things.
Yeah.
Turns out there's like toasted sesame seed oil, which would be the same as toasted sesame oil, or there's the raw. I think that it's like cold pressed. So you need to use the toasted one. One of them is better for cooking with high temperatures than the other one.
There's a place over by it's like Torrance Boulevard and not Prospect and like Hawthorne, in that like little shopping center. There's like a spice store in there, and they have like literally every single spice and like everything that like you're describing is I'm sure they have.
Yeah, I know. I've actually. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't think.
Penzies.
Something like that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So would you eat? So you're gonna have
I'm
that.
sure it's pricey though.
I mean, it's not outrageous. Some of that's just hard to find. Like I've pulled up recipes before. It's like, oh, you need ancient grain seed oil. I'm like, ancient grain seed oil. Where am I? You know, and like
I know.
Whole Foods doesn't have it. Trader Joe's doesn't have it. Ralph's doesn't have it. So I'm like, well, where else do I go?
Oh, the last time we ate this way, I made a pumpkin pudding. Yeah, it was a pumpkin pudding. And I had to use, like, the ingredient in it that kind of made it pudding was chia seeds.
I made French toast from chia seeds.
But they have white chia seeds and they have black chia seeds. So in the pumpkin pudding, you don't really want to put black chia seeds.
Looks like dragon fruit. Looks like little cacao.
It looks like little pieces of mold or something. So you want to use the
little turdlets.
I know, it's like weird. So I mean, I can't tell you how hard the only place I could find it was at Sprouts, and I had to get them in these little itty bitty individual size packages and use them like that. But it was really difficult to find. It's like, what the fuck? Why doesn't somebody sell white chia seeds?
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck? What the F?
What the F? What the F? All right, so you're going to eat the carrot dogs again, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have what's his name come over on Monday for Labor Day?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Are you you phasing him out?
Well,
one and done is what they said?
No, it's just that, it's just not as great as a hot dog, like I said.
Now, you had said maybe about doing like a chili carrot dog.
Yeah, you could do a chili. I think the whole thing is if the texture is similar to a hot dog, because it doesn't taste like a carrot.
No.
I think the marinade, when you cook it in the marinade, and it does kind of get like that crusty outer layer.
I love when my hot dogs have a crusty outer layer on them. Yeah.
It reminds you of something special, does it? So when it has that kind of crusty outer layer, then it makes it even more tasty. You can kind of taste the marinade, that, cooked marinade on there. But again, I think the taste of it really has, the more crap you put on
the toppings.
Yeah, the more crap you put, you put some fucking sauerkraut on there, it's going to taste like sauerkraut.
Yeah.
You put, some chili on there, it's going to taste like chili.
Little celery salt.
I have celery salt. Really? Do you use that?
Well, I tell you, that was a thing when I was in Colorado on tour. It was the middle of summer, and I think there was like a baseball game happening.
Yeah.
And we played in like downtown, I think it was Denver. I think we were in Denver. And like around we'd always like walk around and like explore. Like we'd unload our stuff and then walk around and explore.
Yeah.
And I remember there was like these fucking hot dog vendors on the street. There was one like probably a block away from the venue. Yeah. So I was like, well, let's just go. Doubt she's gonna have any vegan, So I walked up and I was like,
carrot dogs.
And I was like, "Do you have any carrot dogs?" She's like, "Absolutely not."
I don't even know what a fucking carrot dog is.
She's like, "We have carrots and we have hot dogs. No carrot dogs.
No carrot dogs."
She goes, "I can put a carrot on top of your hot dog, but we call that a double-decker dog."
We charge you extra.
So I said, "Do you have veggie dogs?" She goes, "Yeah, of course." I said, "Oh, okay, great." I said, "I'll have one of those." She goes, "Do you want the works?" And I said, I don't know
what is on the works.
Mustard, ketchup, a pickle.
Yeah.
Celery salt.
A lot of celery salt? I've never used it except for don't we use it in Bloody Marys?
Yeah. It was a good amount. It was, you could taste it. And I said,
I have celery salt.
And I ate it and I said, wow, okay. I'm sold, Ate it, went back for a second one. She goes, "Oh, you're back." I said, "Veggie dog with the works. Throw a carrot in there if you got one,
Excuse me. So if I put all that crap on top of a carrot, would you be more apt to eat it?
I had all that except for the celery salt.
Celery salt.
It was fine. Like I said,
pickle. Oh, you said
just add relish.
Relish.
Look, I feel like if you were like, "Hey, I'm making carrot dogs. Do you want to come over?" I'd be like, "Yeah, fine, whatever."
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
But was it the best hot dog I ever had? No. But typically, the shit that's good for you does not taste good. Ain't that right, Maxine?
Well,
does Maxine still listen to the podcast?
No, I don't think so.
What a bitch.
I know. I find it's so weird when I talk to people that I don't know if they've listened to the podcast, and it's like I don't want to repeat the things that I've said on the podcast, but that's kind of like where I am. And
what's her name doesn't even listen to the podcast anymore because she's like, I live it.
What's her name?
My what's her name?
Oh,
she's like, I don't. I talk to you like every day.
Well, it was kind of weird that we sat here and had macaroni and cheese and carrot dogs
We
together.
couldn't talk.
But we couldn't talk. It was like, okay, I don't want to say anything because it could be podcast material.
And I was like, I called Spectrum yesterday. Like, what'd they say? I'm like, tell you about 20 minutes.
Tell you later.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. So, do you think you're going to try to do like tomato burgers or something for your next thing?
No.
Don't start flipping to something to talk about because we are way past time on this one.
We are?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't your dryer still going?
Yeah. What are we judging it off of the dryer? I got to sit down and edit this bad boy. Put it away. Close it down. Close down shop.
Yeah, no, I do.
Close it down.
Yeah, no, there is something I want to say.
You got to hold it for next week.
No, I'm not going to hold it.
We're
for
51
next week.
minutes into this thing.
It'll take me 5 fucking minutes.
No, what did I say? Sandy's conspiracy secret. You get 90 seconds.
I can't do it in 90 seconds. Silence. Shall I go?
No, I think you should wait till. I think you should save it.
No, I want to talk to people about the recall election.
You did that last week.
I didn't. No,
yes, you did.
I did not.
You did 2 weeks
No,
ago. They
well,
already heard from you. Trust me, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
There's more to say.
No one wants to hear it. Here, what is this? Take this.
Here's the thing.
Here, put that in your mouth.
Here's the thing: is if you're happy. I mean, I don't know. Just tell me something. Are you happy with the way the state is being run? Are you happy with the homeless problem?
I'm not happy with
anything.
the political agenda.
Do you think that
of the political people at all? I think they're all fucking crooks. I think there's no.
I agree.
There's no like, oh, he's Republican. Oh, he's Democrat. They're all fucked up. And I hate to say it, but like they don't have the best interests of the people anymore, and it's fucking bullshit. And I think that like this weird power push and pull of, well, oh, do you like how the state's being run? Well, no, but guess what? It ain't going to be any fucking better with Joe Schmo of the Republican Party and Joe Schmo from the Democratic Party.
But
the whole thing needs to be fucking redone.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that because the state.
Oh, we know it because we've all seen it happen.
But the state has been run by Democrats for years, and
it's going to continue to happen because that's the program. That's the fucking program.
It shouldn't be the program.
Right.
Why do we have the homeless problem that we have? Why do we have the fires that we have?
Because it costs $1 million to fucking live here. It's ridiculous.
No, you
the
know,
whole thing,
no. See, you missed the whole.
You missed it.
You missed the whole point. And this is what Sheriff.
This is the part that I have to edit out at the end.
Sheriff Villanueva said this, and this is
remember that little.
And this is true. Look, we pay extra taxes to go to homelessness. We have lots of people and companies that donate to homeless issues. But here's the problem: is that what we do is we give all those jobs to NGOs, non-government officials, non-government organizations. And a lot of them are nonprofit, but that doesn't mean because they're nonprofit that they don't make money to pay their executives. So here's what Sheriff Villanueva said, and I agree with him. He said, and by the way, he is a Democrat, but he's tired of seeing the homeless issue go on here. What he said is that what happens is we pay all this money for homelessness and it gets funneled off at the top. The corporate executives,
right?
And
because they're all fucking crooks.
I know, so it doesn't.
Crooks.
So it never gets to the homeless people,
right? But that's the exact thing is that it should have been nipped in the butt the very first time.
So would
that
you just
hold on? It should have been nipped in the butt the very first time that a homeless person set up a fucking tent on the middle of the sidewalk. There's a thing on La Cienega. I don't know La Cienega what, but La Cienega. This guy has like built a fucking shed with a tarp over it and a window and has a fucking address on it. And you know that motherfucker's probably getting mail, you know? And it's just
Does he have a post box? I mean, a mailbox?
No, I'm sure they just slip it in the little window that he's created for himself. But, and here's the thing. I know that there are probably a ton of these people that have mental health issues.
Exactly.
And they need to be taken care of. But the thing is we can't just say, oh, well, you want to set up your tent on the fucking on aviation? Go ahead.
I heard Dr. Drew talking again last night. This homeless issue is a huge thing for him.
I had a client telling me the other day. He goes on my street. There's fucking street sweeping whatever day. Let's just say Thursday. He's like, there's fucking street sweeping on Thursday. He goes, I forgot to put my car back in the garage, and I got a fucking street sweeping ticket. In front of me is a RV where homeless people live. In this RV, beat down. He's like, I've never seen it move. They don't even ticket it. And it's like, wait, that can't happen.
Well,
you can't do that.
That's due to our city council and the rules that they make up. I'm going to tell you, to me, that the homeless issue is huge. And it's embarrassing. And Villanueva cleared off, and I don't know if it's still cleared off, but he cleared off the Venice boardwalk. They made contact with 249 homeless people there. Do you know that only 33 of them were from California? The rest of them were from out of state.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me because it's people coming to California to be like, oh, I got to go to California and live this great life.
Well, Governor Newsom has welcomed them. He has said they should come and have the California dream as well.
Right. If you want to have the California dream, come out here, but don't be surprised when that shit don't work.
God.
You know what? Like when you come out here, you go, hey, this is fucking. I can't afford this. You know, and then guess what? Now you're stuck because now you don't have any money. I can reference someone that I dated, but I don't even want to get into it. But then you don't have money to get back to where you lived. You know.
Well, I mean, in Hawaii, apparently they give their homeless people a one-way ticket to the mainland, and that's how they get rid of the problem.
Right, which gets rid of the problem for Hawaii.
They come here?
They come to California.
Yeah.
But that's the whole problem is that, see, and that's the thing that pisses me off. See, this is, we're already got into this way too deep. You need to have your own podcast. Is that.
Nobody would listen.
No, they wouldn't because
they like you.
Yeah, exactly. So, but see, that's the whole thing is that we don't look at it as a United States anymore. We look at it as, well, fuck you, this is my state, and we're going to do what we do in my state. Texas is on a fucking good one right now, being like, oh, you want to have an abortion? Nope, sorry. Can't have an abortion. You get raped, can't have an abortion. And they're like handing out guns to everybody. What the fuck is going on in Texas? And it's not, and again, it's not like, hey, let's look at this as what is the betterment of the United States, right? You want to make this big thing for the my body, my choice, fine. But don't say my body, my choice for the vaccine, but then say my body, the government choice for abortions.
Or vice versa. Because,
totally.
Because the left has always been my body, my choice for abortion. But when it comes to a vaccine, we should have vaccine mandates. And I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm saying.
I don't believe that for
what
a
I've
second.
said is
and
that
I don't want to live in a world like that.
What I've said is that I would not be surprised if they have places that you can and that cannot go without getting vaccinated. And that is up to the individual business or the individual event or the individual whatever.
Just so you know, our state legislature just took the bill to mandate vaccines for everybody, all workers and all people going into establishments. They just took that bill and they put it aside until they come back into session in January, which, by the way, they fucking get off September, October, November, December. They have 4 fucking months off.
What a great! I should have got into politics.
I know. Okay, so now one of the reasons they put that back on the desk, so to speak, was so that because they knew that if they took it to Governor Newsom and he signed it, that would be very unpopular, and then he probably would not win the recall. So they're playing politics. They've done this. They also have right now a bill on Governor Newsom's desk. Normally, if a senator or a congressional leader for the federal government is dies in office or resigns, then the governor gets to appoint somebody to take their place until the next election. So they already have on Governor Newsom's desk a bill that would change that so that the governor, in case it happens to be Larry Elder instead of Governor Newsom, will not be able to pick a replacement senator. That job would fall onto the legislature, which is all Democrat. And
right, but see, this when you
it's
said
all
it, you
politics.
Just said it, right? It's politics. It's
I know,
politicians.
it's
politicians
gross.
playing politics, and that's what it is. And there's nothing we're going to do about change about it.
Well, Larry Elder is not a politician,
I know,
and I'm going to tell you right now, I think that we need some changes in the state of California. Newsom has been in bed with the PG&E. They've started fires up north.
I saw a couple of movies that were PG.
The Dixie Fire and the what was the other one 2 years ago? Can't think of it.
It doesn't matter. So,
but it was started by PG&E, and when Governor Newsom came into office, what did he do? Signed a bill that pretty much absolved them. They have criminal charges against them. 84 people died. They have criminal charges against them, but they still got a certificate of safety from the state of California, from Governor Newsom, along with $200,000 to his campaign. I'm sick of it.
Every episode that you talk about politics, we lose listeners.
And okay, and one more thing. We're 41st in education in the state. 41st in education.
Texas has the lowest, they're rated the lowest for childcare schooling, child, all this other stuff. But they're like, we got to have more kids.
Wait, say that again. They're rated the lowest in
And
what?
like childcare.
Well, what about? I mean, what part of childcare? What do you mean?
The whole thing.
Like they don't support it?
Yeah.
They don't give you money for
Yeah.
it? And the people in Texas still want to have more kids?
Can't have an abortion.
Oh.
Insane. We're living in an insane world. All right, let's wrap this up. We have a new episode coming out every Tuesday unless we take a week off or a month off.
41st in education.
Doesn't matter.
School choice. Why don't we have school choice?
Sandy's going to continue to talk about
Governor
politics.
Newsom has choice because he has money. He gets to send his kids to private school.
You guys can listen
Which, by
in.
the way, while your public schools were closed and you weren't able to work, his kids were going to school.
You guys can listen to Sandy every Wednesday. She's going to have a new episode of Sandy's Conspiracy Corner.
If I could figure out how to edit it, I would.
Sandy's Republican Soapbox. What would you call it?
I wouldn't even call it Republican.
Sometimes Sandy?
I would just call it fucking
Fucking real life.
fucking real life and common sense.
You
common
should-
sense. Why do we not take
Your
care of our
podcast should be
people?
called Sometimes Sandy.
Why don't we take care
And
of
the
our
photo
people?
should be you going,
Why don't we really?
Sometimes
Sometimes Sandy.
we have a new episode every Tuesday. If you guys need to get a hold of us, you can at mymomsandypodcast@gmail.com. You guys can reach out to us on Instagram at
I got
mymomsandypodcast.
pain in my arm today.
Well, that's what you get for talking about politics. Get all worked up. If you guys want to stop hearing Sandy talk about politics, shoot us an email. I need to show her.
Tell us what else we should talk about.
Carrot dogs. They want to know about your fucking carrot dogs.
Yeah, that was real
They
interesting.
want to know about your Lego logs.
We're gonna post the picture, right?
Oh, I'm going to post a photo. That's the fucking photo this week, baby.
Lego logs. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
What are Lego logs?
They're the cousin of
You know
Lincoln.
they want to do that. They want to put a tax on the Biden
Legos?
administration wants. Yeah, on
Great.
Reese
Reese Witherspoon?
I'm trying to think if it was recycled plastics or virgin plastics.
Probably virgin, baby.
That they want to put a special tax on it, and they mentioned Legos in the.
Great. Tax Legos with the
And I
fucking
thought,
dang.
and I thought to myself, I'm sure glad I'm not a parent or a grandparent. For God's sakes, who wants grandchildren?
Me and Sam are asking for quite a bit of Legos for Christmas this year, so
Well, that was the thing, as I was thanking my lucky stars that I didn't have any children that would ask for Legos this Christmas.
all right. Sandy and I are going to go on the Lego website, pick out some Lego sets.
If you have any good vegan recipes,
send them over to Sandy.
send them over, yeah.
What's the email?
mymomsandypodcast@gmail.com.
Look at her go. All right, everyone. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, very good.